Hey guys, welcome back to a math lesson. Today we are talking about how to find slope and y-intercept when you are given coordinates. So like most times, let's start off with an example. We've got 1, 8, and 2, 13. Now slope has a formula. We haven't talked about it like this yet, but the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And what those 2's and 1's mean are literally just this is the second y, this is the first y. This is the second x, this is the first x. So step 1, when I'm solving these, label your coordinates. So step 1, label coordinates. Label the coordinates. So this is my first x, so I'm going to say x1, and this is going to be x2. This is going to be y1, and this is going to be y2. They don't have to go in that order. You could flip-flop them, but what's important is that you keep your x1 and y1 together and your x2 and your y2 together because we have to keep them in order. So step 2, we are going to plug in to the formula. Plug in to formula. So we have y2 was 13. How much was y1? 8. How much was x2? 2, and then that leaves 1. Now here's where our integer rules are pretty important, though this one comes out pretty easy. Make sure you're following those integer rules. What is 13 minus 8? 5. And 2 minus 1? 1. So slope likes to be a fraction unless it can be a whole number. And if it's a whole number, just remember that it has a 1 on the bottom. 5 over 1 can be reduced to just plain 5. So we're going to plug into the formula and then solve. I kind of got ahead of myself. Step 3, we're going to work it out, which is what I did here. So my slope is 5, or 5 over 1. And what that means on the graph is it's going to go up 5 over 1. Up 5 over 1. All right. Now let's find the y-intercept. When I'm finding the y-intercept, we're going to dive into 6th grade a little bit and go to some one-step equations. So we know our equation is y equals mx plus b. This is my slope-intercept form. We use it a lot in this unit. I now know the slope. How much is slope? It's 5. So when I do this, the first thing I'm going to do is plug in slope. So you need to figure out slope before the y-intercept. So m is 5. And now I need to go back to my original coordinates, and I need to pick one. I need to pick a pair. So step 2, pick a coordinate. And I'm going to go with the smaller numbers, the 1 and 8. So x is 1. I'm going to use parentheses to show multiply. And y was 8. And this is plus b. The last thing I do here is I'm going to solve for b. Solve for b. Remember in 6th grade, when you solved your one-step equations, you had, so let's simplify this a little bit. What's 5 times 1? It's 5. So I have 5 plus b equals 8. Remember when we had to do the opposite? So instead of adding 5, what's the opposite of adding 5? Subtracting 5. So I'm minus 5 from both sides. What is 8 minus 5? 3. So b equals 3. And that's how you find the y-intercept. And now that you have both of those, you can write your equation. So y equals, how much was the slope? 5. So that's mx plus b is 3. So if they give you two coordinates, you can find the slope, find the y-intercept, and then you can write your equation. Another way you can figure out the y-intercept is if you use a table where you have your x and your y's. I'm going to scooch this down. If we have x and y's, and my two coordinates that I know are x is 1, y is 8, x is 2, y is 13. Now remember when we used tables, we had to finish this pattern. So if I go backwards a step here, I'm going up 1. So if I go down 1, this would be 0. How much is 8 adding to get to 13? 5. So if I go backwards 5, I would have 3. So these are the two coordinates I had. My 1, 8, 2, 13 are up here. 1, 8, 2, 13. So 1, 8, 2, 13. And then I just finished the pattern like I did when it was tables. This might be easier this way. This way works too. The cool thing about math is there's lots of ways to get to the answer. You just have to find what works for you and what gets you the right answer. So, all right, you guys, good luck. You can do it. I'll see you next time.